Did you know over 39% of seniors are living with high cholesterol, and don't even know it? I'm Harold Bennett, and today, I'll reveal 12 silent alarms your body may be sending you. If you're ready to take charge of your senior health, tap like and comment, "I'm ready," below. And stay with me till the end, because I'll share timeless elderly wisdom and how to spot early stroke warning signs. Don't look away. You know, over 39% of seniors face high cholesterol without even realizing it. I'm Harold Bennett, and today I'll reveal 12 silent alarm signals your body sends. Ready to protect your senior health? Hit like and comment, "I'm ready." Stay tuned until the end for my top tips on elderly wisdom and how to spot stroke warning signs. That morning, I was sipping coffee when I glanced in the mirror and noticed a faint yellow patch on my eyelid. At first, I thought it was nothing, but it turned out to be the number 2 silent alarm warning of high cholesterol levels. Dr. Andrew A. Dahl, MD, FACS, a board-certified dermatologist and senior editor at Medscape with over 15 years studying lipid disorders, explains in his Xanthelasma palpebrarum overview that up to 50% of patients with xanthelasma also have elevated LDL levels. He emphasizes that xanthelasma is more than a cosmetic issue, it reflects abnormal blood lipid levels. When cholesterol seeps through tiny capillaries under the eyelid skin, it gradually accumulates in yellowish or whitish patches. While these plaques cause no pain or itching, they represent an opportunity for early action. According to the AHA Guideline 2018, anyone who discovers xanthelasma should test LDL, HDL, and triglycerides within 4 weeks to protect senior health. I immediately logged the date of discovery and my test results in my cholesterol tracker PDF. Tracking each silent alarm helps me spot the next warnings before they escalate. Download the cholesterol tracker PDF and record silent alarm number 2. Next, I'll reveal the cold, bluish hands and feet warning, an unmistakable alert you won't want to miss. Stay with me. Have you ever looked at your hands and noticed your fingertips suddenly turn pale or even slightly blue? I vividly recall gripping my morning coffee only to feel my fingertips go cold and numb as if the blood had stopped flowing, another silent alarm that high cholesterol may be restricting my circulation. According to Dr. Clyde W. Yancey, MD, MSc, past president of the American Heart Association, a drop in oxygen saturation below 85% in the extremities can indicate serious arterial narrowing. When cholesterol builds up along artery walls, oxygen-rich blood struggles to reach your hands and feet, causing that unmistakable pale or cyanotic look. That day in the park, even though the air was warm, my toes felt icy, and the skin on my feet looked almost gray. It hit me that the issue wasn't just cosmetic, my peripheral circulation was under threat. The AHA Guideline 2020 recommends checking your LDL levels, measuring oxygen saturation at home, and consulting a cardiologist at the first sign of unexplained cyanosis. I logged my cold, discolored fingertips as silent alarm number 3 in my cholesterol tracker PDF, noting the severity and SpO2 reading each time it happened. Tracking these details gave me clear evidence of how my circulation was changing, and helped me catch other stroke warning signs before they became emergencies. Download the cholesterol tracker PDF to record your own number 3 alarm, and stay tuned as I explain how unexpected leg cramps reveal another hidden danger on our journey to protect senior health. I still remember that fateful day, hiking up the little hill near my home, the breeze rustling leaves and birds singing, when suddenly a searing pain sliced through my left calf. At first, I thought I'd twisted an ankle, but there was no injury, just an intense, burning cramp that forced me to collapse against a tree. It wasn't normal muscle fatigue, it was a silent alarm from high cholesterol. Dr. Robert F. Bonow, MD, past president of the American Heart Association, explains that recurring leg pain during walking is an early sign of peripheral artery disease, caused by cholesterol plaque narrowing the lower limb arteries. Ignoring this warning only raises your risk of stroke warning signs and other serious heart events. When cholesterol builds up in the leg arteries, oxygen-rich blood can't reach your muscles. That agonizing cramp after just a few steps is your body demanding you check your LDL levels. I didn't hesitate. Afterward, I scheduled a Doppler ultrasound and full lipid panel. The results shocked me, 40% narrowing in my right leg artery. My heart was straining just to pump blood down, endangering my senior health. That's when I started the Walking Log 30-Day Challenge in my cholesterol tracker PDF, logging distance, time, and pain intensity each day. This not only tracked my progress against PAD but also motivated me to stick with heart-healthy exercise. According to the latest AHA guideline, anyone experiencing recurrent leg cramps when walking should measure LDL, get a Doppler exam, and adopt a Mediterranean-style diet rich in healthy fats. Early intervention stops complications before stroke warning signs emerge. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF and record your number 4 alarm, leg pain on walking. Up next, I'll show you how cold, numb hands and feet reveal yet another hidden danger. Stay with me. I'll never forget that morning at my grandson's first birthday party when, holding him in my arms, I suddenly felt my hands grow icy cold as if made of stone. I looked around, wondering why my fingers were numb and freezing. It wasn't air conditioning, it was a silent alarm from high cholesterol constricting my peripheral arteries. Dr. Mary M. McDermott, MD, professor of medicine at Northwestern and a leading expert on peripheral artery disease, explains that when patients report cold, tingling hands and feet in normal temperatures, it typically signals severe arterial plaque blocking oxygen-rich blood from reaching tissues. According to the AHA Guideline 2020, if your SpO2 drops below 90% alongside unexplained numbness, you should test your LDL levels and consult a cardiologist immediately to protect your senior health. I measured my oxygen saturation at home and saw it plunge to 88%. I logged the date, SpO2 reading, and my cold, tingling sensations in my cholesterol tracker PDF. Over the next weeks, cutting saturated fats and adding fatty fish to my diet raised my SpO2 back to 95 to 97%, and my hands felt warm again. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF and note your own number 5 alarm, record SpO2 readings and any cold, tingling episodes. Tracking these details helps you catch other stroke warning signs before they become emergencies. Next, I'll share how recurring headaches and brain fog reveal another hidden risk you can't afford to ignore. Stay with me. I'll never forget the first time a sharp pain struck my temples as I sat reading in the living room. My head throbbed fiercely, and a thick fog clouded my thoughts, like trying to run a computer on a dying battery. At first, I blamed stress or lack of sleep, but when those headaches kept returning despite long rest, I realized it was more than that, a silent alarm from high cholesterol slowly narrowing the vessels that feed my brain. Dr. Ralph L. Sacco, MD, former president of the American Academy of Neurology, reported in Neurology, 2016, that every 10 milligrams per deciliter increase in total cholesterol raises stroke risk by as much as 15%. He warns that many only notice stroke warning signs too late, even though recurrent headaches and mental fog are early red flags. When cholesterol builds up in cerebral arteries, reduced blood flow leads to localized oxygen deprivation. Typical symptoms include persistent temple pain, throbbing headaches that resist usual remedies, sudden lapses in memory or concentration, and a feeling of mental heaviness even after a good night's sleep. I began recording each headache's intensity, frequency, and my cognitive fog entries in my cholesterol tracker PDF, along with the date and my sleep quality. Tracking these patterns helped me see how adjustments to my diet and exercise correlated with fewer episodes. According to the latest AHA guidelines, anyone experiencing frequent headaches paired with cognitive lapses should check their LDL levels, assess cerebral blood flow with a Doppler ultrasound, and consider early interventions, dietary changes, regular exercise, or medication, to safeguard their senior health. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF to note your own number 6 alarm, and stay tuned as I reveal how digestive and liver signals expose yet another hidden danger. One evening at my daughter's house, while everyone was enjoying a lobster feast, I felt a dull ache spreading across my upper right abdomen. It wasn't the discomfort of overeating, it was a silent alarm signaling that high cholesterol was accumulating in my liver and gallbladder. Dr. David S. Ludwig, MD, professor of nutrition at Harvard Medical School, reported in JAMA, 2018, that non-alcoholic fatty liver disease affects about 25% of U.S. adults, largely driven by LDL-related lipid disorders. He explains that NAFLD and gallstones can develop quietly, alerting us to potential stroke warning signs long before more obvious symptoms appear. Excess cholesterol doesn't just narrow blood vessels, it also deposits in liver cells, causing inflammation and impairing fat metabolism. Early on, you might only experience mild pain or bloating after meals. Left unchecked, NAFLD can progress to fibrosis, doubling your risk of cardiovascular events. The latest AHA guideline, 2019, advises anyone with recurring upper right abdominal pain to test liver enzymes, AST, get an abdominal ultrasound, and check triglycerides alongside LDL to assess liver health. I immediately logged each episode of discomfort, noting the date, specific foods eaten, and lab results in my cholesterol tracker PDF. I added a NAFLD alert section to record ultrasound findings and enzyme levels every 3 months. After 6 weeks on a Mediterranean-style diet rich in vegetables, fatty fish, and whole grains, my abdominal pain subsided, and my liver enzymes and triglycerides returned to safe ranges. Tracking silent alarm number 7 not only improved my digestion but also helped me prevent further silent alarms. Download the cholesterol tracker PDF and record any upper right abdominal pain with your test results. Next, I'll share how systemic fatigue and brain fog reveal another hidden danger. Stay tuned. I woke up after a full night's sleep thinking I'd be bursting with energy, only to feel dragged through a thick haze within hours. Every small task left me breathless, and my mind felt clouded, classic brain fog signaling a silent alarm from high cholesterol restricting blood flow. Dr. Wei Wang, MD, PhD, a professor of neurology at UCSF, reported in Neurology, 2019, that individuals with elevated LDL levels face twice the risk of chronic fatigue and cognitive decline. When cholesterol builds up in your arteries, oxygen-rich blood can't reach your brain and muscles, causing that heavy, foggy feeling even after adequate rest. I began logging my energy levels each morning in my cholesterol tracker PDF, noting every episode of brain fog and chronic tiredness. Skipping healthy meals made my fatigue worse, adding fatty fish and daily walks helped restore my stamina and clarity. Tracking this number 8 silent alarm guided my adjustments to protect my senior health. According to the latest AHA guidelines, anyone experiencing unexplained fatigue and mental cloudiness should check their LDL, evaluate cardiovascular and cerebral blood flow, and consider dietary changes, especially adding omega-3s, to prevent further stroke warning signs. Download the cholesterol tracker PDF and record your own number 8 alarm, including fatigue severity and brain fog frequency, so you never miss another silent warning from your body. That morning, I rushed up 3 flights of stairs to my office, coffee in hand, when suddenly I felt my heart pound like a drumbeat in my chest. A sharp pain spread from behind my sternum up into my shoulders, forcing me to stop and gasp for air. It wasn't ordinary breathlessness, it was a silent alarm from high cholesterol. Dr. Valentin Fuster, MD, former president of the American Heart Association, reported in Circulation, 2005, that patients with elevated LDL who experience exertional chest pain face 3 times the risk of a heart attack compared to those with normal levels. He described it as an early warning bell before a serious cardiovascular event. When excess cholesterol forms plaques in the coronary arteries, the vessel walls narrow, restricting oxygen-rich blood flow to the heart muscle. During physical exertion, the heart demands more oxygen but can't get it, causing that crushing chest pain that may radiate to the arm, jaw, or upper back, often accompanied by shortness of breath and dizziness. The latest AHA guidelines recommend that anyone experiencing recurring chest discomfort with activity check their LDL levels immediately and undergo stress testing or coronary angiography. Early intervention, statin therapy, a Mediterranean-style diet rich in fatty fish, and tailored exercise, can alleviate pain and reduce the risk of future stroke warning signs and heart attacks. I logged this number 9 alarm in my cholesterol tracker PDF, noting the date, pain severity on a 1 to 10 scale, and my most recent LDL reading. Tracking these details empowered me to adjust medications and activity levels, ultimately protecting my senior health and avoiding hospitalization. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF and record any chest pain episodes you experience. Early detection can save your heart and your life. I still remember that cold morning when I dashed to the post office. In less than 50 meters, my heart felt like it would burst from my chest, each breath as if I were trying to suck air through a narrow straw. I collapsed against the wall, gasping for air, wondering why climbing such a short distance left me so exhausted. This wasn't just age or lack of exercise, it was a silent alarm from high cholesterol, warning that my respiratory and cardiovascular systems were under strain. Dr. Nancy Brown, MD, Chief Executive Officer of the American Heart Association, explains that experiencing shortness of breath during light activities like brisk walking or climbing stairs is one of the earliest stroke warning signs of coronary artery disease and heart failure caused by cholesterol plaque. The AHA guidelines recommend that anyone who faces unexplained breathlessness check their LDL levels and undergo a cardiac evaluation immediately to protect their senior health. When cholesterol builds up in the coronary and pulmonary arteries, it narrows their lumen and restricts the flow of oxygen-rich blood. During exertion, both the heart and lungs need more oxygen, but the restricted blood flow causes that suffocating sensation in the chest, often accompanied by a racing heartbeat or wheezing. I logged every episode of breathlessness in my Cholesterol Tracker PDF, noting its severity on a scale of 1 to 10, the activity I was doing, and my most recent LDL reading. Tracking these details helped me see the connection between a diet high in saturated fats and worsening shortness of breath, allowing me to adjust my nutrition, increase gentle exercise, and follow my doctor's statin regimen. The AHA guideline also advises combining SpO2 measurements and stress tests to evaluate how well the lungs and heart are oxygenating blood, distinguishing cholesterol-related breathlessness from other conditions such as asthma, and guiding the right treatment. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF and record your own number 10 alarm, note the time, severity, and circumstances of each shortness of breath episode. Doing so will help you spot other silent alarms and protect your senior health before it's too late. One sweltering summer night, I woke up feeling the bed tilt beneath me, my mind hazy with confusion. When I reached down, my fingers were prickling as if thousands of tiny needles were piercing my nerves. At first, I assumed it was just pins and needles, but when the numbness and tingling persisted for hours, I realized it was a silent alarm from high cholesterol obstructing blood flow to my peripheral nerves. Dr. Mary M. McDermott, MD, Professor of Medicine at Northwestern University and lead author of the 2011 JAMA study on peripheral artery disease, explains that repeated numbness and tingling in the hands and feet often signal arterial plaque buildup, limiting oxygen-rich blood to the extremities. She warns that these sensations are early indicators of peripheral artery disease and serious stroke warning signs. During that first episode, I tried shaking and massaging my hand to no avail. The next morning, I scheduled a Doppler ultrasound and a lipid panel, then logged the results under Silent Alarm number 11 in my Cholesterol Tracker PDF. Each time the tingling recurred, I recorded the date, location, right hand, left foot, etc., and severity, mild, moderate, severe. According to the AHA Guideline 2020, anyone experiencing unexplained numbness should test their LDL, undergo peripheral vascular ultrasound, and adjust their diet, reducing saturated fats, increasing greens, and adding omega-3s, while incorporating walking to improve circulation. Tracking this number 11 silent alarm not only let me catch peripheral issues early but also alerted me to other hidden risks before they became full-blown stroke warning signs. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF and note every episode of numbness and tingling to stay on top of your senior health. That morning, I sat by the window, searching for my reading glasses, but my mind went completely blank. I thought I was just forgetful until I missed my grandson's name and forgot important appointments. It wasn't normal aging, it was a silent alarm from high cholesterol narrowing the arteries feeding my brain and threatening my cognitive health. Dr. Agnes M. Fritsch, MD, a neurology professor at Johns Hopkins University, reported in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, 2019, that elevated LDL levels increase carotid artery plaque, reducing blood flow to the brain and contributing to memory decline. Her study found that a very 10 mg per deciliter rise in LDL corresponded to a 12% drop in information processing speed and recall compared to those with normal cholesterol. When cholesterol clogs the cerebral vessels, neurons suffer from oxygen deprivation, producing brain fog characterized by inability to focus, frequent lapses in conversation, and forgetting familiar names or routine tasks. I began logging each episode, date, severity of mental haze, and my latest lipid panel results, in my cholesterol tracker PDF. Tracking these details revealed clear links between my saturated fat intake and the frequency of cognitive slips. According to the latest AHA guidelines, anyone experiencing unexplained memory loss or persistent brain fog should test their LDL, measure cerebral blood flow via carotid Doppler, and adopt a brain-friendly diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and fatty fish, alongside regular exercise to boost circulation. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF and record your own number 12 alarm. Note every memory lapse and mental haze episode. Monitoring these stroke warning signs early empowers you to take action and protect your senior health before more serious problems emerge. One weekend evening, my wife and I were reminiscing over family photos when I suddenly experienced an unusual pause. Despite my efforts, my body simply wouldn't respond. I soon realized this wasn't ordinary, low drive, but a silent alarm from high cholesterol constricting the tiny vessels that support erectile function. Dr. Erwin Goldstein, MD, professor of sexual medicine at UC San Diego and president of the International Society for Sexual Medicine, notes that erectile dysfunction in older men often stems from atherosclerosis, the same process that triggers coronary artery disease. When cholesterol plaque narrows penile arteries, blood flow is insufficient to sustain an erection, making ED a powerful stroke warning sign and indicator of overall cardiovascular risk. Excess LDL cholesterol deposits in arterial walls, limiting oxygen-rich blood to both the heart and reproductive organs. Experiencing ED can mean your vascular health is compromised, endangering your senior health and increasing the likelihood of a heart attack or stroke. I documented this experience as silent alarm number 13 in my cholesterol tracker PDF, recording the date, frequency, and my latest cholesterol test results. Tracking these details helped me connect the dots between high cholesterol and declining performance, prompting me to adopt a Mediterranean-style diet, add Kegel exercises, and follow my doctor's statin regimen. According to the latest AHA guidelines, any man over 60 facing unexplained erectile issues should check his LDL, undergo a penile Doppler ultrasound, and evaluate cardiac health. Early intervention not only restores sexual function but also protects against serious cardiovascular events. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF and log your own number 13 alarm. No signal is too private to ignore, each one is vital for preventing further silent alarms and safeguarding your health. Did you know that catching a silent alarm from high cholesterol early can reduce your risk of stroke and serious heart events by up to 70%? Let's recap the 13 warning signs we've covered. Xanthelasma, yellow eyelid deposits. Skin discoloration and cyanosis. Leg pain on walking. Cold extremities. Numbness and tingling. Recurrent headaches and mental fog. Upper right abdominal pain, liver signals. Chronic fatigue and brain fog. Exertional chest pain. Mild shortness of breath. Peripheral numbness episodes. Memory loss and cognitive decline. Erectile dysfunction. Each of these signs is a crucial piece of the puzzle, revealing hidden threats within your arteries. The sooner you test your LDL, check SpO2, get a Doppler ultrasound, and adopt a Mediterranean-style diet and tailored exercise, the better you can preempt stroke warning signs before they escalate. Recent AHA guidelines and clinical studies show that acting at the first sign can lower heart attack risk by 60 to 70%, timely treatment of NAFLD and PAD can add 5 to 10 healthy years, and improving cerebral blood flow through diet and exercise cuts dementia risk by half. Prevention success isn't just about medication, it's about systematic tracking. Logging each alarm in your cholesterol tracker PDF and comparing regular lipid panels enabled me to avert a second heart attack and maintain robust senior health. Remember, don't wait for the final alarm. Listen to every silent alarm and act today. Next, I'll guide you through the tools and community ready to support you on this journey. Imagine having a tool that tracks every silent alarm your body sends when high cholesterol strikes, logging each warning sign, your latest LDL, HDL, triglyceride, and SpO2 readings, and reminding you daily so you never miss a stroke warning sign. Download the Cholesterol Tracker PDF from the description too. Record the date, severity, and context of each alarm. Store your lipid panel results and SpO2 levels. Visualize your progress with easy-to-read charts. Receive tailored tips on diet and exercise to protect your senior health. Join the Healthy Living with Harold Facebook group to share experiences and get expert answers from cardiologists. Take part in the 30-day cholesterol improvement challenge. Access the latest medical resources and live Q&A sessions. If you're serious about safeguarding your senior health and preventing future stroke warning signs, there's no better support system than Harold and our community. Thank you for watching this series. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, Mythbuster, the truth about eggs and cholesterol. See you on the journey to lifelong heart health.